What is happening, great people? It's Zangieff, your Russian mate from Russia. And I will be honest with you from the very beginning, saying that more than a year ago I actually saw this video, but my English was very bad. I didn't understand half of it, probably, and I don't actually remember the details of the story. If you usually watch my videos, you know that I like to leave some commentary, especially as a Russian person, because I can give you my point of view on some things, especially about Russia, since I was born here and I live here for all my life. The point of making this video today is to give you some commentary as a Russian person, and as well, I remember there was a positive feedback from myself about that video, so I suppose both you and me are going to have some good time now. Please, if you found this video, if you found myself and you have some questions to me as a Russian or just to me, please leave your comment. I really appreciate your point of view. Thank you very much in advance, because the point of making reaction videos, for me, is to start some kind of discussions in the comment section. The more comments we have, the more interesting is the aftertaste of the video. So at this point, let's go.
When I was 22, I got involved with the Russian Mafia. Here's how it happened. I went to school at Florida State. I was not a very good student. I was there like 7 years. I was there in most of the 90s. I was in college longer than grunge music was around.
This one I get this time.
So, this is how bad of a student I was. One time, I signed up for a Russian class.
The reason why I'm laughing right now is actually, I don't, like, when you usually watch some videos, you actually don't expect the guy to be without a shirt. So I think everybody is saying this, but I think this is a very interesting feature. And especially like him standing laughing like this without shirt. I don't know. So it's kind of funny for me. But I suppose that's exactly what you expect from the stand-up comedians. What do I pay the money for? So anyway.
Thinking it was Spanish, and it took 3 classes before I realized, I don't think this is Spanish. So I got up to leave. The teacher, who was hot, he definitely worked out. I'm kidding, it was a girl, and she was hot, she still is hot. She stopped me, she goes,
okay, okay, I'm just thinking, how could you okay.
Don't go anywhere. I need 14 kids to teach this class, you're the 14th. I need to teach this class in order to get my master's. So, if you sit back down, you don't have to do anything all semester, and I'll just give you a C. I was like, Strasvutia, bitches, I'm back.
That is actually, like, that's bad to say. I know that. Actually, I would say that in many places it works kind of the same. In Russia as well, both in schools and sometimes in universities. So as long as you are behaving more or less okay, nobody will expel you for bad marks. Just be good. When I was studying at school, for example, everything was very different. So I was a good student. I had A grades in mathematics, Russian, English, etc. But I was a really bad student in terms of discipline. Some fireworks behind the school, some fighting, whatever. But what would you expect from a Russian boy? There was another interesting situation. I almost fell off the window of the 2nd floor of the school building because actually there was a guy who pushed me out of the window, so I broke the glass with my body. And you know what? The headmaster told my mom that we have to pay for the window because it was broken with my body. Russian logic. Very good. All right, let's go.
So I took Russian 1, 2, 3, and 4, never learned a word. Think about what I'm saying. I took 2 years of a language, took 4 semesters of my college career, 4 semesters. Russian 4 was taught in Russian. Do you have any idea what it's like to go to a class and sit there like an immigrant at the DMV all day? Like.
Absolutely understandable. So I had a bad discipline. There was extra courses of German in school, and just like him, I attended it for quite a long period. And now the only thing that I can, I say this to the German people. If anybody from Germany is watching us, so you can say, oh, you know some German, so if I say Guten Tag, Guten Abend, Danke. But the thing is that I was kind of learning it for several months, so probably you need to have more knowledge after that period of time. But absolutely understandable. Facial expressions good.
The end of Russian 4, same teacher pulls me aside. She's like, we're taking a trip to Russia. If you go, you'll get a minor. I was like, okay, hold on. You know, I can't really speak, read, write, or understand the language, right? She's like, I'm fucking well aware of that. You gotta remember, I was taking tests in a language with which I was unfamiliar with their alphabet. Do you have any idea what it's like to take a test and make up hieroglyphics?
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's what I like about making this video right now, because I don't remember all these things, and I have so much comments to give right now. So the thing is that this is so relatable, because I was learning Japanese for 2 years after graduating already. And the thing is that there are 2 alphabets in Japanese. Yeah, so everybody knows how hiragana looks like. I mean, everybody who's learning Japanese. Yeah, but as for katakana, the second alphabet, this is a pain in the, you know, we're for many people. Yeah, so I had the same situation. So you're already taking the test when you actually know how to make up sentences, to say some things, but sometimes you really have problems with just the alphabet. Yeah, absolutely understandable.
And the answer is star circle hashtag shoe.
Okay, this one I didn't get. Star.
She goes, it doesn't matter. We need kids to make this trip happen. And if you go with all the classes you've taken and the ones you will take, dude, you will get a minor. And I was like, oh, that's all you had to say. Let's go to Russia and fuck some minors. It was different minor, obviously. Learned that the hard way. So we went to Russia in 1995. This is when the mob ran everything, and they told us that our very first night. They sat the whole class down. They're like, listen, we have paid off the Mafia to keep you safe. In exchange for our money, they give us 2 young gangsters. I'm in the room like, this trip just got fucking awesome. The word for gangster in Russian is banditi. They go, these banditi are gonna live with us. They're gonna walk you to class. They're gonna walk you back from class. They're gonna take you on field trips, walk you back from field trips. Do not speak to them. They're in the Mafia.
Yeah, okay. So, bandity. Yeah, the actual word is bandita. This is the plural form from the noun bandit, which means a gangster or a thug. Yeah, so the right word. And this is kind of interesting because I'm quite young, yeah, just 28. In the 90s, I was like a kid, yeah, so I don't know how the actually Mafia was working, but I think that they were doing not only the dirty job, yeah, but any job where you could get some money, yeah, because why not? Anyway, this kind of activity doesn't much correlate with understanding what the Mafia is, but at least in Russia, yeah, Russian Mafia, you know, but anyway, okay, I believe him, yeah, so okay, let's go, but that is something that you would not actually expect from Russian Mafia here. Or anywhere, maybe.
Do not look at them, do not engage them, do not interact with them. I was like, they're gonna be my best fucking friends. So the first night I grabbed a bottle of vodka and a 6-pack of Baltica, which is our local beer, and I planned a sentence. I was gonna say, Здравствуйте, меня зовут Bert, очень приятно, я работаю кошка.
Здравствуйте means hello. Меня зовут Bert. Bert. My name is Bert. Я работаю кошка. Actually, this is a bit strange. I work cat. Yeah, so a real Russian word is cat, and kind of the whole sentence is strange. Yeah, so I work cat.
Does anyone speak Russian in here? I love that someone says no. No. I did a head count earlier. It doesn't look like it. I'll tell you what the sentence says. It's a badass sentence. I worked all day on it. Hello, my name's Bert. It's very nice to meet you. I work pussy. Kind of. It really means I work with cats.
Yeah, but he actually didn't have this word in between. Yeah, so with. Yeah, so he didn't say the Russian word with. And actually, there is no double meaning of the Russian word koshka like there is in the English for pussy. Yeah, so it can be cat or it can be something else. In Russian, not koshka means just a cat. That's it. Yeah, so that's why it's kind of strange.
I didn't know the fucking language. What do you expect? It doesn't matter, because the second the door opens and I'm face to face with a real Russian gangster with the wife beater and the tattoos, with the track pants and the cigarette, and he just stares me up and down. A frat boy from Florida State. I was wearing a fanny pack. He just looks at me and goes, Что? I fucking panicked.
What?
And everything I had planned on saying flooded out of my head. And all I said to him in Russian in his doorway was, I am the machine. And he started laughing. He goes, what did you say? I was like, I'm the machine. He grabs me and he goes, come in and tell my friends. Brings me in a room full of 9 Russian gangsters drinking and smoking and just goes, stop. Tell them what you said. Now I'm like, fuck it, I'm the machine! They looked at each other, looked at me, and they're like, fuck it, he's the machine! And I became the machine, and these guys loved me. Yes.
So, the interesting thing here, I don't know whether anybody came up to this idea, but there is a word in Russian, mashina. Mashina has 2 meanings. Yeah, first of all, a car, automobile. Yeah, so it's mashina, and as well, it can be a machine, right? But there's another Russian word, which is mushina, which means a man. Yeah, so he could just say, I'm a man. In Russian, yeah, I'm a man. So that could sound actually quite funny. But if he said I'm the machine, I guess that back in the 90s, the second parts of the Terminator movies were quite popular. Yeah, that's why probably they made some kind of connection with the Terminator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, like I'm the machine. Yeah, like I'm the robot. Yeah, something like this. So this is quite interesting. You see, there are several words that kind of sound alike.
You got to realize, though, the reason they loved me is I went shot for shot with them that night, all night long, until like 4 in the morning. But all I knew how to say in their language was, I'm the machine! And I fuck cats.
Okay.
So, we did everything together. Like the guy that answered the door, his name was Igor. He was like my best friend. We did everything together. We ran a pool hall scam. We stole a boat. It was literally the best summer of my life. And then one day, the whole class is taking a trip to Moscow. It's an overnight train trip. And I say to Igor, I go, this is going to be a blast. We got to be in the same cabin. And he goes, I can't go. I said, why not? And he goes, different Mafia runs train, different Mafia runs Moscow. I said, well, hold on. What's that mean for me? And he goes, don't worry. I set up banditti. I tell them about you. They'll take care of you. Sure enough, we get to the train station, and he introduces me to my 2 new gangsters, Igor and Igor.
Here, by the way, first of all, there are 2 Russian male names, Yegor. Second is Igor. Yeah, so in this case, I'm just wondering whether it is Igor or Yegor, because the way he pronounces it, yeah, you cannot actually understand which one is it. And secondly, yeah, so when you're talking about the Russian mafia, there is no just one mafia, but many of those, and you probably could have heard of some of those in Moscow. There are like 4, 5, 6 notorious gangs in Moscow in the 90s, but if you deep dive into this criminal history of Russia, you will see that there were a lot of different local gangs, yeah, throughout the whole Russia.
And he says to me, he goes, guys, this is the machine. If you give the machine vodka, you'll have a great time. The big ear of the 2 Igors looks like a kid on Christmas. He's like, oh, I can't wait to play with a machine. He grabs me and he goes, the machine doesn't sit in coach. The machine sits in first class with us. I'm like, that's what I'm fucking talking about. We go to first class and it is pimped out with booze, food, and here's the real gangster part. Second the train takes off out of the station, everyone that works on the train comes in to pay their respects. The conductor walked in, rips off the stars and stripes to his shirt, places them on my lap and goes, this is a present for the machine. It would be an honor to do a shot of vodka with the machine. I'm 22 years old thinking, these machine stories might have gotten out of control.
Well, this is kind of interesting because, yeah, probably somebody could have told them that there was, VIP guest, whatever, and probably the conductor was behaving like this because he or she was prepared for this. But as for taking off this kind of, what he said, stripes, stars, or whatever, that sounds actually a bit strange, yeah, but I don't know. So this train thing in Russia actually is quite... not famous, but like well known for its souvenirs or whatever. So if you're traveling in the actual train throughout the Russia, there will be a souvenir shop within each cart, right? So you can buy the actual cup holder and some other souvenirs. So probably kind of symbolics of something connected with Russia and with Russian trains. Yeah, could be a good gift, yeah, for the foreign guest. Maybe it was true, I don't know, but still.
We drink all the booze in an hour, and Big Igor stands up and he goes, "Machine, we go to the bar cart to get more vodka." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'm in the mob, I'll do whatever the fuck I want." We roll into the bar cart like a big dick in a locker room. Just, not that I've ever been that guy, but I've seen.
In Russia, it's not about being a mob. It's about just having your vodka finished. You just go and have another one. Yeah, so regular Russian stuff.
Seen it. Just smack. You know the look where everyone looks like, "Oh shit, okay. Oh, someone's here, okay, all right." Igor looks at me, and in Russian he says, "Machine, go behind the bar and grab bread." In Russian. And I understood him. For a second, I'm like, I'm fucking learning. I'm learning the language my way, not through flashcards and textbooks, but by joining the Mafia. I get behind the bar, I'm like, "Igor, I know what you said." He's like, "Go for your machine." Can the machine find cheese? And I was like, "Sir, cheese, I got it. Give me another one." And he's like, "Grab vodka." I was like, "I already know that one, give me another one." He's like, "Grab the money." I'm like, "Huh?" He goes, "Grab the fucking money." And I realized at that instant, we're robbing the bar cart.
No, you're just borrowing.
And I'm the one doing it, hooked on phonics style.
Hooked on phonics.
I grab the money,
Got it.
walk out. Two of my classmates see me and they're like, "You're in so much trouble." Go back to our first class cabin, and within 5 minutes, the head chaperone of this train trip, not the whole trip, just this train trip, she was an English teacher who did not speak Russian, who hated me before I robbed the train. She comes over to our first class cabin and swings the door open with that like liberal arts confidence, just. "This shit is over. You're done. You're done. Stand up right now. You stand up. You're done. Stand up." And Big Igor looks at me confused, then smiles, takes a big sip of vodka, spits it in her eyes, and goes, "No one talks to the machine like that." Shuts the door in her face, and goes, "Fuck that bitch. This is Russia."
Nah. Yeah, so probably I remember this moment, yeah, because this is something that I would not agree with. So I suppose that this was a behavior just of, you know, criminal person, probably not quite a respectful person or whatever. Yeah, so first of all, you have to be kind of respectful to a woman. Yeah, just because she's a woman. Yeah, if you're a man, you're stronger. I'm talking about the Russian mindset, right? So this is not the type of behavior that you should actually apply. Secondly, this is just rude. Yeah, to spit like this in anybody's face. Yeah, so kind of some people are laughing about this, and probably my first reaction was, and the reaction right now is, that is not kind of funny. Yeah, I would say this is just showing Russia not in its best way. Yeah, so saying like, it's Russia. Yeah, it's not that correct.
"Don't worry, machine, when it gets dark, we have good time." I'm like, what the fuck are we doing when it gets dark? Reaches in his pocket, pulls out a ring of keys, and he goes, "We're robbing the whole fucking train." I'm a good person. I don't cheat. This is why, let me tell you, I don't cheat on my wife. I don't cheat on my wife because one morning, our whole family was in bed, the dogs, the cats, the girls, my wife, and we were just giggling, and it was pure. It was perfect. And I thought to myself, I don't ever want to screw this up. This is the most important thing. This is what life's about. And they got up to make.
Absolutely understandable, because myself, I'm a family man, I have 2 daughters, yeah, so yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Chocolate chip pancakes, and I laid in bed and I said, I will never cheat on my wife. I had a conversation with myself. I said, if I ever get into a situation where a hot girl's flirting with me, or I think she's flirting with me, and it seems like it could go further, I'm just gonna cock block myself. I'm just gonna look her in the face in front of everyone and go, I don't cheat on my wife! Now, I may be wrong. She may not be hitting on me. She may throw a drink in my face, slap me, Or I may be right. None of that matters to me. What matters to me is that I don't cheat on my wife because I've already had that conversation. Here's the problem.
By the way, a quick question. Is this the actual verb or not, to cock block? Yeah, because I didn't understand what he was talking about, but anyway, is this something that he made up? Or... That's funny.
I never had that conversation about robbing trains. So when presented the opportunity, I thought I'd be like, not me, I'm gonna go back and work on my verbs. But apparently, when presented the opportunity, I'm the guy that's like, fuck it, let's start with my class. So we robbed them first.
I'm just thinking about how you can combine learning the language and robbing the train. Yeah, so for example, you just pick some item and you say, this is a spoon, unit 1, exercise 1. Robbery. Funny. Okay, let's go.
While they slept, if that makes it better, and then we robbed the whole train. And if there's any consolation, we robbed me too. My bag was with them.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting because, like, okay, you had some keys, but what did you lockpick? Some rooms where people were sleeping, so what kind of a Assassin's Creed mode should you apply so that to crawl within the whole train so that nobody would notice you? So I know how the trains look like inside right now. Yeah, so there is no actual luggage cart, right? So all the luggage is usually with the people. So even if you open up this room with the people, there will be at least 4 people in one room with their luggage. I don't think that you will stay quite enough so that to make it. Yeah, so I'm really wondering what kind of train they were traveling back in the days, because like this story seems to be a bit strange.
And then we drank all night long, like literally until 6 in the morning. Top 5 drunkest I've ever been without throwing up in my entire life. We pull into Moscow at 6 a.m. I'm pissed drunk. You ever been so drunk you're like, I know I gotta piss, but I can't find my dick? Train stops. Sun's up, I'm hammered, door opens, same teacher, not mad. Curious, right? She looks me in the eyes, smiling, and goes, I want to be the one to tell you they've alerted the police. And I look out, and on the platform, my whole class is standing there with a cop, talking, they're upset, they've been robbed, I get it.
I don't actually remember what was the end of the story, but I think that nothing would happen here. Probably Mafia would somehow rule this out. Yeah, so let's watch.
Apparently they'd never heard snitches get stitches. Big Igor sees this and is completely unfazed. He's like, oh, don't worry. I talked to police for both of us. I was like, oh, thank God. He cracks a bottle of vodka. I'm like, I wouldn't bring that out to an officer, maybe. Lights a cigarette, walks out to the cop, who's taking a statement. The cop is taking a statement. Igor walks up behind him, grabs him by the arm, spins him around, and goes, fuck you! We fuck you in the mouth! We fuck you in the ass! I'm like, stop with the fucking we shit! Now the cop is just staring at me and I hear him bark out, Paydyom, skidye, which I don't even know what that means, but it doesn't sound like...
Sorry, once again, Paydyom. So first of all, Paydyom, like, let's go, but then it was just like...
Like, stop with the fucking we shit! Now the cop is just staring at me and I hear him bark out, Paydyom, skidye, which I don't even know.
No, actually, because when you say Paydyom, this means that let's go. Of course, it is not stay there. Yeah, so... Nah, this is different. Definitely he didn't say stay there, but we all understand what the level of Russian BERT had back in the days. Yeah, so...
It is a come to Jesus moment where you know you fucked up. All I thought as I walked to the cop, who's standing in front of the class I just robbed. Next to the gangster I robbed them with, my only thought was, this isn't how I plan on spending my second junior year. In the gulag taking hot dicks to the throat. I get 5 steps from the cop, who looks impatient as shit. He takes 2 big ass steps, grabs me by the arm, spins me away from my class, away from Igor, pulls me right into his face, and he goes, so, I understand you're the machine. Nice. Tonight you party with us. I was like, what? He's like, tonight you party with us, yes? And I looked at him and I was like, wait, I'm not in trouble? And he gets so close to me, I can smell his morning cigarette, and he goes, no. Fuck that bitch, this is Russia.
Yeah. So, actually, if we're talking about the last part, yeah, I would agree here with what was said. Yeah, so this was possible, like that this is Russia, because yeah, that sounds like Russia. And by the way, even myself as a Russian, I had quite the same experience when I was visiting the Ukraine. I was to the Ukraine before all this conflict, so it was in 2010, 2012, something like this. I was still a kid. Yeah, under 18 years old, and I was going to the child camps in the Ukraine. And the thing is that, like, yes, a regular boy, yes, I was running away from the territory, both me and some guys, and we were running towards the local city to the shop, yeah, to buy some, yeah, okay, stereotypically, but this is true, vodka. To be precise, actually, not just vodka, but it was vodka, some cheap cognac probably, and some pepper, something with pepper as well, 40% degree alcohol. And so the thing is that we were underage, and usually in Russia they ask you a passport. You have to be 18 so that they would sell you alcohol. And when we went to the shop, yeah, we were like just BERT. We didn't have any shirts, yeah, because I left myself at the camp. It was quite hot, yeah, so we shirtless are going into the shop, and we have a big cart, so to say. We had about like 7-8 bottles, 0.7, and we are going to the cash desk, and then I'm like, oh, we don't have a passport. How are they going to sell this to us? So okay, we are putting everything at the cash desk, and I'm going to the previous buyer, yeah, which was an adult man, and I'm just whispering to his ear, could you please buy this for us using your passport? The cashier hears this, and he said, guys, are you from Russia? And we said, yeah, how did you know? And he said, we don't check passports here. Yeah, so that's it. And that was quite funny. That was quite funny how we were running back. Yeah, actually that was an excursion to the aqua park. We were running back to the aqua park with a lot of liquor, and as well 2-liter bottles of beer, because this was some kind of a bribe to the security of that aqua park, who let us out to run to the shop, because they actually didn't have this permission because we are underage, but they let us if we bought them 4 liters of Chernigovskaya beer. So that's what we did. Yeah, that was really funny to get back to that aqua park, everybody swimming, etc., and we were just entering with plastic bags full of liquor. That was funny. I'm missing these days, but anyway. So overall, once again, if we're talking about this story, it is really funny, and I do believe that it took place. Probably a couple of details I would question, but the thing is that I did not live in the 90s myself. Yeah, so probably something right now, of course, definitely the way of life here is different from the 90s. Yeah, so let's believe this story, and I will admit that it is very entertaining. So at this point, I once again want to say big thanks to BERT, who shared the story with us, and say thanks to you who watched this whole video. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed this reaction. If you have some extra commentary, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. If you have some questions as well, yeah, please leave them there, or you can contact me through the direct messages in Instagram. Take a look at the links in the description. If you'd like to see more reactions from a Russian, please subscribe to this channel, and if you'd like to see more original content from me as a Russian, yeah, take a look at my main channel. Once again, the link is in the description. At this point, this is it. Thank you very much. It was Zangieff, your Russian made from Russia. Stay safe and see you next time. Bye.